This is StarTalk. Michael Foley, coming to us from Google Plus, wants to know this. Is GMO too broad a category for any single statement? Should organisms grown from individually edited sequences of DNA be treated the same as vat-grown meat, as golden rice, as hybrid grains, as heirloom tomatoes? Also, we vat-grow mammoth. Now, I don't know what the hell that means.
There's guys who want to take mammoth genes and
who want to make a woolly mammoth
like
again.
Jurassic Park.
Because there's an Indian elephant right now that actually is only one small bit away from...
Chuck, who are you? You're all over this. Yeah.
Anyway, I don't know how I remember all this crap. So this is what he wants to know. Is it too broad of a category for any single statement? I mean, is it all the same? Or is there a difference? Or, he's saying...
Well, I've said many times, you got to go case by case. But that's what we do.
Okay.
That's what the people who are growing genetically modified crops, especially, that's their deal.
Okay.
They absolutely do go case by case. But it comes to use of words. It's a really hard thing to control. Words are organic. That is to say, they're bottom up. Somebody coins a term that people like.
Right.
It sticks.
Right.
Is this a tomato or an heirloom tomato?
Right.
Is it yellow or red? I mean, so these words are hard to control. That when you start trying to tell people, no, this is not genetically modified, this is intraspecies, you're just going to get into a fist fight about semantics.
Right. So really, it's not about semantics. It's about going case by case and seeing what works and what doesn't.
But in the big picture, in the broad stroke,
okay,
I claim genetically modified crops are a good thing. They're to the benefit of humankind.
So that's your baseline right there.
Right there. And
There's
what
your
happened
baseline.
was when the genetically modified cotton especially was introduced, and then the corn and soybeans, it was in the middle of the 1990s, it was kind of the same afternoon that the bovine spongiform encephalitis, the BSE, the mad cow disease, emerged, especially in Britain.
Yes.
And the two things got conflated. BSE got mixed with GMO. And people thought they were all the same. They thought it was industrial farming, the man controlling things and making everybody sick. But those two really are separate issues.
Gotcha.
Spongiform encephalitis, mad cow disease, where your brain turns to a sponge,
right,
is separate from corn that the corn borer insect can't eat.
Gotcha.
But you can.
So,
we're not susceptible to that protein. Passes right through us, not to give you too much information.
Oh, okay, good. Now I realize what happened to me last night.
No, you wouldn't even know. Sorry, you can't even notice. It goes right on through.
Right on through, huh? Gotcha. All right, well, that makes sense. Okay, so there you have it, Michael. There's your answer, man.
But what about the mammoth? How do you feel about the mammoth? Do you want to make one?
I absolutely do.
I think it'd be the coolest.
I think it'd be the greatest thing in the world to actually see a woolly mammoth walking around.
Oh, man, come on.
It would be the only animal I would actually advocate being in a zoo. Because I don't believe in zoos. But
with that said, where else would that technology lead? Like if you could successfully do that, could you bring back the great auk? Could you bring back... other useful species that were the frogs that are being so stressed by that fungus? Could we bring all those animals back in a way that we would have more diversity in the ecosystem based on this trial with the mammoth? These are great questions.
I have no problem with anything that you just said, as long as we're not bringing back predators.
Oh, you're talking about the movie where all the animals have had enough.
Right.
Chuck, it's really hard to get eaten by a lion. I mean, you have to, especially, just everybody, if you're listening, we're in New York City. We're not going to get attacked by a lion. Very seldom.
Listen, there was a woman who made all the papers just last week, Bill, and I hate to actually date the show, but there was a woman who I'll say recently was killed by a lion taking a picture of the lion. She was trying to photograph the lion. Basically, it's a Sean Penn lion, and it killed her. So,
because she left the window open, even though everybody said, close the window. I hereby sign this thing, I shall keep my windows closed. So the lion saw an opportunity.
In that case, to that I shall say, never mind.
Well, but so that's one woman out of almost 3 billion people.
Right.
That's just not a very common way to get. The same with shark biting. It happens, but not that much.
All right, so my fears are unfounded.
Well, just keep them in perspective. Struck by lightning is way more likely.
This is StarTalk.